Hello, welcome. We are live. Um, I do have the forest room code scrolling along on the bottom if you want to plant a tree with me. Um, I need to get back into the groove of things. I literally have not written since we last live streamed on Wednesday, where I only got like 95 words because I was super loopy. Um, so that being said, I haven't put up my February writing vlog yet, so y'all don't know, but I did not make the 20,000 mark because Thursday was entirely way too busy. And by the time that I was able to do any writing, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and your girl was tired. So she went to bed. So I think I ended it with like just under 19,000 words, which in all honesty is not bad at all for a writing month for me. It's actually one of my higher writing months. So I'm really happy with it. I stayed consistent, you know? So today I'm here to get back on track. I need to clear and clean this desk because I've got, ooh, I almost spilled my tea. Piles of things because I was going through this messy ass cart that's next to me. And I need to unpack my backpack that I haven't touched since Thursday. And then I need to figure out what I'm working on because as much as I want to work on the contemporary romance, I'm feeling something magical. Story of my life. Also, I'm going to try and make a goal to hit 1,200 coins within the next day or two because I think I'm at like 1,000 coins because I need to get the 4-leaf clover because it's March and I want to plant as many clovers as I can in March because if you couldn't tell, um, I'm Irish. So I need to celebrate St. Patty's as much as I can, right? Alrighty, we have Coco here. Hi, Coco. Yay, I need to get into writing. I have been distracted for the past hour. Same. Actually, only the past hour I've been like doing TikTok, but all day I've been like on and off reading. I've been reading Assistant to the Villain, which I'm loving it. I'm like 87-ish pages in, and I'm really liking it. Really, really liking it. But all day long, we've been kind of just like chilling out, relaxing. My sister-in-law is in town until Tuesday, so we've been hanging out with her. And we did some, her and the kids did some games today, and then they were playing on the Switch and doing Mario Kart while I was reading and relaxing and chilling. And it's been a really nice day. Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. Last month was a pretty good writing month for me, but nowhere near 30K, just 5K, but I was a lot more consistent. And that's all Katrina and I wanted to accomplish with that challenge was for the consistency to be there. And I mean, not everyone can do 30K in a month. Like, as you can see, I didn't even hit 30K last month. I think I could have if if I like, was a little bit more hard on myself. But at the same time, I just wanted to make sure that I was being consistent. And if I took a look at, hold on. Oh, almost spilled my tea again. If I took a look at previous years of writing, so let's see. From July to December of 2020, There was 1 month that I hit 22,000 words. Everything else was either not available because I either didn't mark it down or I wasn't physically drafting, or it was under 10,000 words for the month. And in the year of 2021, I missed there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months that I didn't even keep track. So we're just going to say I didn't write during those months. 2021 was a really difficult writing year for me. There was 1 month that I hit only 16,000 words. Everything else was under 5,000 words. So, I mean, it is what it is. 2022 was actually a better year for me writing wise. I got 1, 2, 2 months that were above 20,000 words, but not above 23,000 words. And then there was 2 months that I got above 10,000 words, and then everything else was below 10,000 words, including 1 not available month. And last year actually was probably my best year, since I've been keeping track. I got 1 month, which was 32,000 words, which was nano of last year. And then 1 month that I got 20,000 words, and then everything else was 10,000 words or less. So this challenge for Katrina and I was really for us to try and get back into being more consistent. The beginning of the pandemic really took a toll on us creatively. It took away our creativity, basically. And it was very, very, very difficult to write for us from like 2020 to like the end of 2021. Those 2 years were just not fun. And while some people took those years and were really able to work on the creative stuff, me and Katrina, we we couldn't like do much drafting at all. Our anxiety was through the roof, and it was really difficult. And then 2022, I was dealing with a lot of grief. But some of that grief I actually found like a cathartic experience through writing. And then 2023, it was just getting back into a habit. And 2024 is continuing that habit for me and hopefully publishing something. So I don't want you to get discouraged by you only getting 5,000 words, because that's 5,000 more words than you had last month, right? Exactly. It's still a great word count. So don't get discouraged by it. We are going to say last call on it. Last call on if you want to plant a tree with me. We're going to start the first sprint in just a minute or two. The consistency is what I needed to get back in the swing of things. Yeah, it's really important to be consistent about things. I feel like if you're not consistent, you're not going to be able to finish things. Thank you. I really am liking what I wrote. There you go. That's even better. If you like what you wrote, that's even better, because some of the words I wrote last month I don't like. But I wrote them. And yes, I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm clearly a little loopy. But hopefully not loopy enough to where I'm not going to be able to get anything done. I definitely do need to get this desk cleaned up because it's trash. Alrighty. Now that I've stopped flinging my phone at me and nearly spilling my tea 5,000 times, why don't we go ahead and get our first sprint started? I'm just using it as being productive. So, whatever you are doing, I hope you do well with it. I'm going to start the tree first. And I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was that sprint. I almost got my desk completely cleaned. I still have a little bit to do before I can actually jump into like any writing stuff. But first I had to like reorganize this little mess of a cart right there. Ignore the rest of the messy room. Um, in order to even put anything away. All right, let me set up a new. And get rid of that scrolling thing. HGRUE 9SG. HGRUE 9SG. They seem shorter today for some reason. Like they're not usually this short. Michelle, I did see your comment before I actually walked away, but yes. I feel like if you can't laugh at yourself, what are you doing with your life, right? Um, I laugh at myself on almost a daily basis. 278 words for Coco, but I had a head start from before the stream started. No worries. That's awesome. 278 words. Yes. I love that. I still haven't changed my calendar. So it is no longer February, it is March. And it is the 3rd today. Yay! Right? It is the 3rd? Yes, it is the 3rd. All right, putting that back up there. I threw a calzone in the oven and wrote 377 words. It's amazing. Yes. I found a Febreze to go in my little cart over here, and I have no idea why it's there. Ah. Okay. I am getting there, guys. I am slowly getting there. No more notebooks can fit there, so notebooks will be here. Did you guys do anything exciting this weekend? Thursday, I went to a silent book club at a local romance bookstore with my best friend, and we had a good time. And then we went out to dinner and had a glass of wine. And then Friday, what did I do Friday? Friday, my sister-in-law came in town. The kids went to school. I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. Went to my daughter's karate that night. And I think we just watched a movie. Yeah, we watched Elemental. Jen is here. Hi, Jen. Welcome to tonight's stream. And then yesterday, I went to the casino with my family. My grandma's birthday was on March 6th. So the weekend, either before or after her birthday, we all get together and go to the casino because she loved going to the casino. She always had a blast. Even when she lost money, she had a blast. And it was just one of her favorite things to do when, she was with us. So in her memory and to celebrate her birthday, we go around March 6th. This year we went yesterday and we went to the casino, and I went there with $100 and I came home with 360, and I was like, this is going to be a good day. And then my husband's lodge had a chicken Alfredo. fundraiser, so I went and had dinner with him at his lodge, and then we just, like, chilled at home and, hung out with my sister-in-law and one of her best friends who came over to hang out, and I got to talk books with her friend because she's a big fantasy romance person, and she's trying to convince me to get back on the Sarah J. Maas train, and I just don't know if I can do it. But she says I have to. Um, so we'll see. But that was that. And then today we had a super relaxing, lazy day where I literally laid on the couch and read and watched the kids play games, played a little bit of Mario Kart, ordered Chinese. It was a good weekend. I just saw you were on. I was taking a nap. I love taking naps. Naps on Sundays are like my favorite things to do. Not gonna lie, I almost took one at like 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. But I feared that if I took a nap at that time, I wasn't gonna wake up in time for the stream. So I forced myself to stay awake. Also, I'm thinking about doing an impromptu stream tomorrow while the kids are at school and possibly tomorrow night as well. Just so that I can like kickstart back getting into the whole writing thing because I have not written since Wednesday. And that needs to change. I wrote 2 small papers today and I was wiped. I would be too. Props to you for writing 2 papers today. Oh my gosh. I do not miss those days at all. However, in school, I always preferred writing a paper over taking a test because I have test anxiety and I can study till I'm blue in the face and not do well on a test, even though I know the stuff, because the anxiety that I get from testing is just ridiculous. And I know I can bullshit my way through a paper, so I always preferred doing a paper over doing a test. Yes, for streams tomorrow? Perfect. I will set them up. I already made, like, the graphics, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna, like, completely do it because I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Like, I figured you guys would be okay with me doing another stream. But, you know, still wanted to test the waters, I guess. I'm good at writing papers, so I like them. I hate tests, though, and some classes are hard. Yeah, I totally get that. Mhm. Nikki! Hello, Nikki. I hope everything is okay. Crossing my fingers for you. If not, we are here and we love you. Michelle, it was rainy yesterday, so besides the Publish and Thrive live Q&A, it was a chill weekend for me. Chill weekends, I love. And I feel like I took them for granted during the pandemic because since then, I feel like it's hard to have a chill weekend because we're always so busy. And I feel like I took the chill weekends for granted. So when I'm able to have a chill weekend, I grasp at it. And I'm like, yes, yes, give me all the chillness. Plus, chill weekends are so much easier on an introvert. So much easier. We're gonna do last call for planting a tree with me. We're gonna start the next sprint in about a minute or 2 now. I have to figure out what I'm doing with all of these books. Also, I have to see if the 3rd of this series published yet. I thought I saw on her website that it was supposed to be March 1st was the published date, but I don't know if it actually like went through because I know it's indie published. Because I want to snatch that up. I think the 3rd one has the workplace romance trope, if I'm not mistaken. I know the 2nd one of this doesn't come out till May, and I'm like waiting for that one. Um, oh, Nikki, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. I'm sending you all the love and prayers for your family in this hard time. Mm, I'm so, so sorry. It's so tough losing a grandparent. When I lost mine now 2 years ago, like, it still is hard at times, but, you just a lot a lot of grandkids have a special bond with their grandparents, so it's really, really tough when they pass, and I'm so, so sorry you have to deal with this. Yeah. Sending you guys all the love and prayers for your family, Nikki. Um, it's okay, I'm having a mix of emotions because we were in the room when she passed away. Yeah. I cannot imagine that. I'm I'm so sorry. Ooh. All right, we're gonna try and have a really good stream for you, Nikki. Get you in a happier mood. Michelle, I'm going back to this. I'm also an introvert and cringe anytime I have to be social. Yes. Um, being social sucks. um, Luckily for me, I married a somewhat extrovert. He says that he's introverted, but he is not. He is not. He might have some introvert qualities, but he is overall an extrovert. And so like when we go to parties, I solely rely on him to do all of the socializing and I kind of just like graze around like, the food. Because like if I'm by the food and I have food in my mouth, I can't really talk to you. Um, and Jen, I missed that with my mom by a few hours, Nikki. She was truly ready for it, and I was just there to take care of her. I'm so sorry. That's got to be tough too. Oof. Katrina is here. Hi, Katrina. Welcome to the stream. Um, what are you writing tonight, or are you doing other admin stuff? I am slowly getting this desk set up so that I can finally write. Um, I know I need to work on the contemporary romance, but I'm feeling magical tonight, so I might work on non-contemporary romance stuff. So, sorry. I know you're gonna yell at me. He could be. Only I don't know too much about this term because I only just heard about this term, I think, within like the past 6 months. So I haven't really like looked into it. But he could be an ambivert. He does have some introvert qualities, but he doesn't have like social anxiety. He can talk to anybody. Like he openly talks to anybody that will come within his like little area. Um we go anywhere. We can go to a Home Depot 20 miles away from our house and he will run into somebody that he A either knows or B will make friends with. As for me, I'm just like I'm going on my own way. Like I'm not talking to anybody. Like the only people I really talk to um are people I already know. Or like you guys cuz you guys are in my little community, you know? So he could be an ambivert, but I think he still kind of leans heavily on the extroverted side. Let's see if my internet cooperates. I hope it does. Trying to write a blurb. Is that for the tour that you are trying to get into? Yes. Jen, we are sorry to hear about that. It was almost 3 years ago, and she was really sick. It is what it is. And I feel like at a certain point, we all get to this when we lose, someone we love. I know I kind of did with my grandma, like, now I can say it is what it is because she was really sick and she's no longer in pain and everything, but it is really, really hard. I had a hard time doing the caretaker thing, but I sweated it out. Yeah, I haven't had to do a caretaker thing. Katrina kind of does. And just from her experience, I can see how hard it is on the people who have to do the caretaking. So I'm sorry for those who have to do that. But they're in better places now, right? That's what we gotta tell ourselves. I can see how extroverted you are with family and friends from your pictures. Yes, with family and friends, I can be extroverted, but it also takes a lot of energy out of me. Like when when I got home from doing the casino with my family and then having dinner at my husband's lodge, when I got home, I literally put on my pajamas, sat on the couch and had like my book with me and I was just like through going through like my phone and like looking at social media like Instagram and TikToks just to like decompress and then randomly talking to my sister-in-law and her friend about books. But with friends and family I can be extroverted. Um but that's it. Like that is where my extrovertedness kaputs, and even that is it takes a lot of coins out of me. Like, when we get together with friends, um, by a certain point, you can find me in a secluded room with my Kindle or a book that I brought and reading because I'm done socializing. Like, I've used up all my coins, all my friends have my coins of extrovertedness, and I then need to just, like, decompress. Like, that is the best way that I can describe how I am with my introvertedness. Like, when I have to do social things, it takes a lot of coin energy, and it's like I'm giving a coin to this. And I like start off with 5 coins, and each social activity I do is a coin. And when I get down to 0 coins, your girl is going to be in a corner reading a book, being by herself. That's how my husband is too, and his mom is super extroverted. And my mom is exactly like that too. So, like, it's so crazy that, like, if I go anywhere with my husband and my mom, they can find someone that they either know or make friends, and I'm just like, "Why do we do this? Like, why are we making friends with strangers? Like, stranger danger." Yeah, they need the blurb to list it. Yeah. Grandma was ready to go the night before she passed away, and my mom was like, "No, you need to let everyone say goodbye." My mom was on hospice, and I got nominated along with my sister. Yeah. It's not goodbye, it's see you all of a sudden. I like that. After work, sometimes I don't want to talk for a couple of hours. Yeah, I can see that. Especially if you have to, like, do a lot of talking throughout the day at work, for sure. Okay. Um, that was your grandpa saying, I love it. I love that. Alright, we are going to where's my there it is. We are going to go ahead and get this next sprint started, and I am starting the tree, and I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? I finished cleaning and I am finally planning my week. I did the month already, jam-packed. And now I'm just working on this upcoming week and I'm ready to go. So the next sprint, I will be doing some kind of writing scenario thing. I need to figure out what exactly I am working on. I know Katrina's going to tell me to continue with the contemporary romance. But my brain is saying magic, magic, magic. New forest room for us. And that code is 74CT V6SG 74CTV6SG. Perfect. That is now scrolling at the bottom if you want to plant a tree with me and do the Jacaranda. Yeah. Like I said earlier, there is a chance that I'm going to do an impromptu live stream tomorrow morning and evening. I will for sure set that up tomorrow once I figure out how I'm feeling. But there is a possibility of me doing that tomorrow. You can go with magic. Yeah, but I also want to get the contemporary romance done by the end of this month. God, I can't believe it's already March. I feel like January was such a letdown of a month for me because I got nothing done in January. At least it feels like I got nothing done in January. Like, I think word-wise, I only got like 800 words or something like that in January, and I just feel like I'm behind by a month. Oh man. Jen is doing her art history class. Are we enjoying it a little bit more today than you did last week? Did some dishes, then finally sat down to eat and wrote 187 words. Yes, you were very productive in that sprint. I've got a sink full of dishes that I need to do, but that's tomorrow morning me problem. Not right now. Just discount January altogether. It's a practice month for the year anyway. I love that. Clearly, it's still the stream where I am hurting myself. I love using that as a practice month for the year. I love that. We're gonna go with that. I got nothing done in February. You were also busy. February is a busy month for you. Plus, it's a short month. I do like it, but I'm trying to complete this class too fast. I get it. I get it so much. Let's see. I can close that calendar. I'm trying to do the math. Let's see. What if we just do normal, 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 and save that? According to Novelpad, in order to get to a about 65,000, you know what? I'm changing it to 50,000. 50,000 word count goal for the first draft of the contemporary romance. I need 1,300 words today and every day for the month of March in order to have 50,000 words by the 31st, which is also Easter. Not terrible. That's actually a pretty good thing. As long as my ADHD doesn't swerve me to doing magical writing. March isn't any better. No, you're telling me. I have so much in March. Which I'm glad we ended up not doing the Wordy Writer challenge for the month of March, and we did it for February. Granted, I know you were busy in February, but I mean, March, we've got Easter, we've got a kid's birthday party on the 9th. Yesterday was like the celebration of my grandma's birthday at the casino. I've got my Aunt Joan's memorial on the 16th. So I don't know how long that's probably gonna be an all-day affair with my family. I've got my ENT appointment, Paul's ENT appointment this month. They're on spring break at the end of the month. We've got their birthday party at the end of the month. And Joe is taking 3 days off so that we can potentially do some kind of family thing. It's March is gonna be a little tight on getting things done. And then April is also busy with birthdays like my birthday, my best friend's birthday, my wedding anniversary, Amelia's birthday, a few other friends' birthdays. Like half of our friend group has birthdays in April. My best friend's daughter's first birthday is in April. What else is April? I don't even know right now. But then April is camp, and then May is the next month for the Wordy Writer Challenge. Which I think May will be a lot easier on me for the Wordy Writer Challenge because May is literally just my husband's birthday and my grandpa's birthday. That's it. Yeah, we have Easter, long rehearsal hours, 3 one-act play competitions, birthday party, and then weekly mastermind meetings plus some in between. Yeah. March is gonna be busy. How many words a day do you need, Katrina, in order to make your due date? When did you end up doing your due date? 24th? I think you changed it to the 24th, if I remember correctly. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm doing anything for Easter. My family doesn't really get together for Easter anymore since my grandma died. So we kind of just all do our own thing. So we'll probably just have my in-laws come over for like a ham or something. Since Amelia and Paul's birthday party is going to be the weekend before my sister-in-law is coming in that weekend instead of Easter weekend. Um, so Easter's probably going to be a little bit more chill. So I probably will still do my normal evening live stream that night. A lot. I haven't written anything this week with little dude to hear. Yeah, I get it. I haven't written since Wednesday, and Wednesday was a total of 95 words. Wednesday, I was super loopy. Super loopy. Um, Last call on the tree because we're going to start the next sprint in 2 minutes, unless we get, chatty. Let's see. We one will be gone part of spring break, so I'm hoping to get some stuff done. Then I also work way better under pressure, so I'm not sweating it. Yeah, I know you work really well under pressure. It stresses me out sometimes. Um, Looking at my calendar, I am thinking that my all-day write-a-thon for the month of March will be on the 24th. I'm thinking that's the day that I'm gonna do an all-day one. I might do an extra one on the 17th, and I don't think I'm gonna do an all-day one on the 17th just because it's St. Patty's Day. I'm making corned beef and cabbage, but I might be able to sneak in 2 live streams for that day instead. But for the 24th, I'm going to be doing the all-day write-a-thon for the month of March, since when we're not doing a writing challenge, I'm gonna do only one Sunday for a month for the all day rather than almost every Sunday when like I do for the challenges. And then I might, since Joe is off on the 22nd, the 25th, and the 26th, I might do some impromptu live streams on those days because I have the extra help with the kids, especially since the 25th and the 26th is part of their spring break. So towards the end of the month, I might have more live streams randomly popping up, if that helps with your writing. I'm over here listening while munching on my dinner. Nice. What did you make for dinner? Oh, we had Chinese. We ordered Chinese. It was one of the stipulations that my sister-in-law asked for because by her, there's no good Chinese and there's no good pizza. So we had Chinese today and we are having pizza tomorrow. Good Chicago pizza. Not the deep dish kind, just the regular pizza kind, but we are really biased over here in the Chicagoland area that there's not a whole lot of good pizza outside of the area. Oh, right? Oh, Chinese is just, it's getting a little bit more expensive every single time we order it, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'll probably push my deadline to the 31st. Yeah, that's when I have my deadline. Plus, that's the end of the quarter, and like it feels nice having something end on the quarter, on the ending of the quarter, right? I just have to have the arcs to the tour company 2 weeks prior to the tour. And that's the middle of April, right? I think. Alrighty. I think I am ready to finally start writing for the first time in this stream. I also downloaded the Campfire desktop app and was fooling around with it a little bit on Thursday. So I might fool around with that a little bit, but I am also feeling like that's going to be a distraction. So I might just go right back into just writing. All right. You all want to hear a beautiful thing? My mom and aunts were going through some of Graham's stuff and they found a short story she wrote and they're going to read it at her memorial tomorrow. Oh, that is so sweet. I love that. Just remember to keep sharing all of the beautiful memories you have of her. It's a lot easier when you're able to do that. It releases mid-May, so end of April. Okay. Then yeah, push your deadline to March 31st. Give yourself an extra week. Alrighty. We are starting this next sprint. Starting the tree now. Campfire is a distraction. I've been playing with it for the last few days. Yeah, I think Campfire is going to be something that I play around with when I am drafting something completely new. We'll see. Or I don't know. I'm not going to play around with it right now because I feel like it's going to distract me. Alrighty. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? I totally forgot that I had to do my March spreads. I didn't do them all, but I at least set up the sprint tracker so I could track my sprints for today. Did that, and then I am not editing. I am looking at the Microsoft Word templates that I was talking about last week. Thinking about trying drafting in Word and see how that is. Honestly, I'm kind of procrastinating because I don't really know what I want to work on just right now. Neither one is like calling to me. So I don't know what that means. Let me start a new tree. Get that code for you. 6TDFEVKSG. 6TDFEVKSG. Perfect. If you want to plant a tree with me, it is scrolling down below. Yeah, I don't really know what's calling to me. That's my issue today. That and my eyes are bugging the crap out of me. Sorry. Okay. Katrina, I wrote 36 words so I could see how many I need per day, and it's just under 1,300. That's a doable word count, daily word count goal, I think. Technically, if I continue with the contemporary romance, that's about how much I need every day as well. But I'm probably about to go pass out. I did some work outside today and then cleaned up inside. Go get your rest, girl. Totally understand. I'll push you tomorrow. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what is calling to me or like what I'm in the mood for. I'm in the mood for magic and mayhem, but Michelle got 216 words. Yay! Congrats. I love that. I'm going to do a story about Gaston's backstory. Can you guys help me come up with some questions I need to ask myself? I did see you ask this on the Discord. Hold on, let me pull that up real quick. Writing chat. And how you wanted to make him likable. You have to get the reader to root for him in some way. So you got to figure out what made Gaston be Gaston. So you need to give him some sort of story, like backstory, to give him the push of being the villain that he is. So let's see, what kind of questions? Let's see. Will this book help? Get to know your character's sinister side. I have this book. It's called Bullies, Bastards, and Bitches by Jessica Page Morell. And it's how to write the bad guys of fiction. I haven't read it yet. I have read the first few pages because I did take some, I did like highlight some things. I wonder if this would be beneficial for you. The table of contents is chapter 6 is about villains, and chapter 3 is about anti-heroes. And then there's dark heroes and bad boys, bullies and mischief makers, sociopaths, sympathy for the devil. So you have to figure out, let's see. Let's see, would Gaston be an anti-hero? Because he's not technically a villain, right? He's just a morally gray character. There's nothing that he does some bad things in Beauty and the Beast, but I wouldn't classify him as a whole ass villain, you know? Or is that just me? Am I being too nice? So you would have to figure out what makes him sympathetic to the reader. Michelle's asking what his childhood is like. So far I have, why would Gaston be obsessed with being the best hunter around? Did an animal/beast kill him from his family? Is hunting his only skill? Would he starve if he didn't hunt? Why would he want status or recognition from the townsfolk? What does he gain from being the best? Jen goes, he was pressured to hunt by his family when he was younger and lives to their expectations. He's also narcissistic. So you could play on this. And I like you playing on the whole him striving to be the best, because that also kind of goes into the narcissistic thing. Is hunting his only skill? I would say hunting is not his only skill, because he can be quite charming with most people. Obviously, Belle saw right through it. Also, I don't know how your Belle and Beast characters are, Nikki, but I feel like hunting wouldn't be his only skill, especially if you want to make him somewhat sympathetic to the reader and somewhat likable. I feel like he has to have a little bit more than just hunting as a skill. Learned it from his father, like this, the hunting. You want to make this before Beast and Belle. Maybe it is all about how he looks to others, which I think also plays into the narcissistic thing that you were talking about earlier, Jen. So, like, if he is narcissistic, he would want that status and recognition from the townsfolk. So, um, he puts on a good front. Yeah. Very good at masking. So, maybe hold on. Um, I'm seeing if there's any specific neurodivergent type that leans on narcissism. Because if there is some sort of a neurodivergent type, you could use that as the sympathy to make readers like him and root for him, because he's dealing with that kind of um, difference. Fun fact, I played one of the barmaids fawning all over Gaston back in high school when I performed in the Beauty and the Beast musical. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That is so fun. Was him being a narcissist something he learned from his parents? Um, I'm trying to think if narcissism is a nurture or nature type of quality. Like, are you born with it or do you learn how to do it? Hmm. No, I totally get it. I'm trying to help you with your notes because that's what you would have to figure out if him being a narcissist is something that he was inherently born with and it's like in his genes, um, or if it's something that he learned through his nurturing stages. So that would be learning through from his parents. Um, so mark that down in your notes. And then I would also take a look at um, if there's any kind of neurodivergent um, type that tends to lean a little bit more narcissistic because you might be able to use that as um, making him a little bit more likable because it gives him more of a reason to be the way he is. And um, it's something that he can work with to do better, right? Like with my ADHD, I'm always trying to find things that just help me out to do better in my life, rather than, just letting the ADHD consume me and spiral me. Embrace the chaos, but with a with a not firm grip on things, but at least something that guides it, right? It can be genes, early childhood experiences, and psychological factors. I swear I can spell. Yeah. But you definitely have to figure out what is going to gain him some sympathies from the readers. What is going to make the reader root for him, um, want to see him get a happy ending. Ooh, excessive praise or judgment by parents. That could be something too. Yeah. Mm-mm. Last call on the planting of the tree because we're going to start this next sprint in just a minute or two. But Nikki, you might want to take a look and see if this might help you with writing a bad guy. Again, it's Bullies, Bastards, and Bitches by Jessica Page Morell. I should probably read this real soon. I started reading part of it because I have a bookmark in here and I have quite a bit of like the anti-hero highlighted. I'm going to leave that out. Also, Nikki, you can take a look at which enneagrams are more prone to being narcissistic, because that might help you figure out more about his like personality. And by figuring out his personality, you can probably brainstorm some possible things that have happened in his backstory, or even, brainstorm some scenes that even happen in his story in general. Yeah, maybe his dad is a narcissist and his mom a snob. Maybe. Quite possible. Alrighty. I am going to go ahead and start the tree. And we are going to start sprinting. I'll see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, that sprint is over. So what I ended up doing during that sprint was um, taking the Word document template that I have for like book formatting, and I'm transferring my contemporary romance over to it. Um, that way I can see how drafting in Word works for me. So I'm in the middle of doing that. I'm gonna do one more sprint and then I'm gonna call it a night. So let me set up the last forest code. We're gonna do the lever tree. Uh, so looks like I'm not getting too many words in today. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. CQAS58SG is the forest code. If you want to go ahead and plant a tree with me. Before the break, Jen said, I always like a little tragedy to make them who they are too. Yeah. It also makes them more human and more relatable because nobody's life is perfect. We all go through trials and tribulations, and it's just how we deal with those that makes us our character. And so if they are going through some kind of tragedy that makes them who they are, it makes them more relatable, I feel like. So yeah, we're gonna have one more sprint so I can get some stuff done. I really, really do like feel like a shiny new idea is just like percolating and wanting to come out. But since I don't really have a grasp on that one, I might as well just keep working on the romantic or the contemporary romance until I can't no more. Let's see. Um, chapter 1. I'm just continuing copying and pasting over what I already have so I can get going on this. I see a comment coming. Do you keep a brainstorming journal? I have a notebook I use specifically for random scene ideas unrelated to my current my current whips. I don't, but I probably should put together a brainstorming journal that has nothing to do with anything specific. Like all I know right now is that I want it to have magical elements and I want an anti-hero. Maybe a villain. But that's like really all I know. Like that's what I want to write right now, but I don't have anything to write for that. Like, does anybody else get these random like urges to write something oddly so specific, but then at the same time have no idea what that like, there's no story for that you have currently? Like, I don't even know if I'm explaining this correctly. Like, I have this urge to write something about an anti-hero or a villain, and it has magical elements within it, but I have no idea what the story is, who the story is about, what this anti-hero or villain's name is. I just know that I want to write them. And it drives me bonkers because it's always at a time where I have like another project or two that I'm working on. Case in point right now, where I'm working on the contemporary romance and I also have my romantasy. But it's like this other thing is just urging me, but I can't do any of the writing because I don't have any of the answers of what it is. But that one's just like, write me, write me, write me. And I'm just like, what am I writing? What am I writing? You know? Um, I'm starting to get a little loopy. I see. Ooh, a villain would be fun to write, right? Like, I wanna write a villain so badly and the villain be, like, the love interest because I just are we not surprised that I am so obsessed with villains and antiheroes? Like, my favorite Marvel character for crying out loud is Loki. Are we not surprised that I want to write a villain love interest? Yep, all the freaking time. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has these like random urges to write something so specific, but also not have anything to write for that specific thing. I'm so glad I'm not alone in this boat. That's when I find journaling and brainstorming the little nugget idea helps. It gets it out of my head. Yeah, I probably should. Do you do that in like your morning pages? Like, is that what you I know we talked I think you were here on Wednesday when I was talking about it, but I have this notebook that I kind of use as like a morning pages type of thing, but it's not necessarily just about writing. It's just getting things out of my head in general, like just stream of consciousness getting things out. Um I wonder if I should do something similar but have it based on just yeah, I should do something. I should. 'Cause I like doing this where I'm just getting, like, random things out of my head that has not necessarily like, I do talk about writing in here, but it's just whatever comes to my brain. Like, I've also talked about, like, the grief that I went through with, losing my one of my best friends last year 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Wow, I'm losing time. But I do need to get a separate journal. I do you know what? I think I just found my purpose for this journal that I've been hoarding and been wanting to use. That's it. Yep, that's what this journal's gonna be for. Thank you for helping me with that, Michelle. My morning pages is a different journal. Yeah. Like, seriously, I've been, like, trying to figure out what to do with this Loic germ because I wanted to get back into a Loic germ, but not for my actual, like, reading journal and writing journal because I like being able to be a little bit more creative, and the Loic germ, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's closer to being, like it's very similar, I would say, to the Hobonichi pages, just not as thin, but, like, it'll and not as smooth. I feel like there's a little bit more grit to it, so it doesn't, like, smear as much, but it ghosts and sometimes bleeds through, But I knew that I wanted the Leuchtturm for something, and I was thinking about just doing, like, a regular bullet journal, but you know what? We're just gonna use this as I'm spilling things. I almost spilled my tea. I mean, there's not much left in it, but how is that count number 7 tonight of almost spilling my tea? I spilled some of the stickers that came in here. It's not my night, guys. It's not my night. Oh, Lord. So, Michelle, what do you even like? As I drop it again. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. What was I even gonna ask you, Michelle? Oh, I think I was gonna go along the lines of like, how did you set it up? Did you just like start writing in it? Is there any organization to it at all? I feel like that's what I need to know. Do I try to put some sort of organization to it, or do I just like what do I do? What do I do? Oh my gosh. Like, what is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. Like, seriously, if I can't laugh at myself, it's just oh man. Clearly, my brain is still in relaxation mode. I feel like that's why I'm so chaotic during this stream tonight because I'm still in relaxation mode from being having like a very lazy Sunday. In all reality, I probably should have taken today off because I feel like I'm getting nothing done, but this desk is clean now, and now I'm starting another notebook. No real organization other than skipping a page between ideas. So like so for like this first page, I just write down villain or anti-hero love interest and with magic. And then what? Like, do I just like try and like, I don't know, like, oh my gosh. How do I brainstorm today? Oh man. Sometimes if I like one of the ideas, I'll type it up in a Google Doc so I can work on it later. Yeah. You know what? I could probably show you what my Google Doc look like or my Google Drive looks like. Cause I think yeah, I can show you, I think. Let me see. My drive. Mm, yeah. Okay. So I have well, let me make this big. I have this let me get rid of that and that okay. So I have this drive and so I have stories or story ideas. Some have actual like Autumn Ray has a few thousand words in it. Let's see. Tools, word count. This one has just under 4,000 words. Autumn Ray is old. Old. Like, I mean, 11 to 12 years old. Like, I wrote it 12 years ago. Um, So I've got all of these like nuggets. And then there's nothing left in this one. And then I've got like the fantasy and paranormal nuggets in here. So like the Chromasian Chronicles, that's what I'm working on for my Project Amethyst, like my fantasy romance that I've been working on. I've got this was going to be my contemporary romance pen name, but I think I might just stick with Stephanie K instead. So here are my like contemporary romance nugget ideas. And I had like an idea of possibly doing like a fictionalized version of me going through my dad's death. I have a random historical romance project that I have like literally only 1,000 words for. But yeah, I do the same thing when it comes to the Google Drive. I gotta now I gotta hit present, share screen, and we're gonna do that one. And there we go. There I am. But yeah, I do the same thing. I think I have to get over the fear of me being a chaotic, disorganized mess when it comes to random nuggets. I have to get over the perfectionistic needing things to be organized. Clearly, that's not the case in most of my life because my life is a mess. This room is usually not too chaotic. It's everything else, like my bedroom with my clothes, that where I just have piles of clothes everywhere. But with the writing, I feel like I need to be so organized, and I think I need to just like not be. For me, when I have that tiny nugget, as I write just that little bit, more ideas will come to me for that idea or scene. Maybe I will try doing that. I don't know if I'll do it tonight because I want to kind of get all of these words over into this Microsoft Word document so I can attempt possibly drafting through Microsoft Word and see how that works for me. Your drive is much more organized than mine. That is a to-do list to do on my list. Yeah, like I said, as chaotic as my life is and how messy I can be outside of books and writing, when it comes to office, books, writing, and that kind of stuff, I kind of feel like I have to be organized. Otherwise, I won't find anything. I think I had that fear probably when I was in college, and I remembered writing something and I wanted to go back to it and continue on with it or revise it or something, and I could not for the life of me find it. And I'm like, "You know what? I need to just like organize the shit out of this." And so I made that a priority. So I like that part being super organized, but like everything else in my life is not organized very well. That's why most of my zero drafts start out handwritten. That's really, really awesome. I wish I could do mostly handwritten zero drafts. Maybe that's something I should try this summer or something. Do like a little series. Because I think that would be really cool. Like, I have notebooks upon notebooks of like, where is that one? Like, I mean, y'all have seen my fantasy romance notebook. I've got random things in here. I've got my old map, all of my countries, blank page, all of my characters, or like the main characters, and then random brain dumpings, all just for this one story. Random, these are little letters to myself, to my future self. More brain dumping. More brain dumping. This is the beginning of a scene, but then once I got here, I'm like, oh, I'm going to type this out, and I just kept going, typing-wise. More brain dumping. More brain dumping. This is another beginning of the scene type of thing. More brain dumping. This is like a beginning of a scene. And then my new map. So like I handwrite my brain dumpings for a specific story, and I do begin a scene sometimes when I'm like feeling stuck handwritten, but I usually don't finish it handwritten, and I move straight on to then typing. Maybe I need to change that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start this last sprint. I love it. That's amazing. I really do like having a specific notebook for a specific project. I do really, really, really love that. That way I can also like look back on it, after I publish it, hopefully. But I do like the idea of having one notebook for just all random shiny new ideas type of thing. So I'm definitely going to be working on that probably tomorrow. So thank you for the idea. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start this tree and start this timer. I will see you back in 25 minutes. This is the last sprint of the stream. Happy writing, or whatever you're doing. Okay, and that was the end of that sprint. I was able to finish bringing everything over to Microsoft Word. I added, I think, like 50, maybe 60 words to a scene that I thought was already done, but I added a paragraph. And then I wrote down my little nugget. And then I wrote down cozy fantasy ? Cozy paranormal romance ? Because magic. Because I know I want magical elements in it. So I gotta figure out if I want to do like urban fantasy where it is a contemporary setting with magical elements, or if I want like, my own world. But again, all I know is that I want to write a villainish / anti-hero love interest. That is what I did. I didn't do much tonight. Well, that's a lie. I cleaned my desk. I reorganized this shelf rolling cart thing. I transferred words over to a Word document. I have a total of 12,058 words in the contemporary romance, and I literally only added like 60 new words to it. But that's okay. It is what it is. Nice. Yes. So when I wake up tomorrow after I take the kids to school, I will figure out if I'm going to do a pop-up live stream. If I do, it'll be around 10 a.m. If not, I might do one tomorrow night, or I might do both. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow works, but for now, I'm calling it a night. I am going to go do some reading because it's kind of all I want to do right now. I got 366 words in this sprint. Yes, that's amazing. You did so good tonight. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I need to actually figure out what I'm going to be reading because I don't have the ebook version of Assistant to the Villain. Because I don't feel like paying $13 for an ebook. That's just a crime. And it's not on my Libby. I don't think. Let me check. I don't think it was the other day when I was looking. Search. Assistant to the Villain. Yeah, my Libby only has the audiobook. I even went to Hoopla. And Hoopla only has the audiobook as well. I already have the audiobook. I don't need the audiobook. I need the ebook. So I need to read something else. Because I'm going to go lay down in my bed, and that is when I read on my Kindle. So I need to figure that out. I needed it because I haven't written all day today. Girl, I haven't written anything since Wednesday. Wednesday was a 95-word day. Today was a 60-word day. Tomorrow's going to be better. Crossing my fingers. $13 for an ebook. Yuck. Yeah. Since it's traditionally published, most traditionally published novels for ebooks are ridiculously priced. Ridiculously priced. I wish that when you bought a physical copy, you got a redemption code for the ebook version of it, like you do when you buy a physical DVD. I don't know why they don't do this. I feel like it would only boost their sales even more because more people would be prone to getting that physical copy, or at the very least, a code for like $1.99 for the ebook. If you just spend $1.99 more, you can get the ebook. Like, why don't we have something like that? Like, who's in charge of marketing? It will only get better from here. I hope so. I hope so. I just, ugh. Between the shiny new idea and not knowing which project I wanted to work on, it just wasn't in the cards for me today. Right? Like, I don't understand why it's not a thing. It's a thing for when you buy a physical DVD. You have the option of getting the DVD with the redemption code for the digital copy. Why can't we do that with books? Do people even buy the trad pub ebooks at that price? I want to say the only people who actually do are the libraries, because people rent the ebooks. But like, I don't see I don't I personally don't know, but I don't picture a whole lot of people actually buying the ebooks at that price unless they had like a gift card or something. And even then, I feel like it would be difficult. It would be super interesting to see what ebook sales are for books that are priced that way. Like, hold on. Assistant to the villain. It is currently $12.99 for the Kindle version. It is cheaper to get the paperback on Amazon. It is $12.59 for the paperback. That's a crime. An absolute crime. Like, that really irritates me. And that's how, like, a lot of the traditional publishers are. Like, let's see. I wanna say historical romance is different. So, off the top of my head, let's just go to Elizabeth Hoyt. Um, let's go to a more recent. Let's go to this one. Okay, so When a Rogue Meets His Match by Elizabeth Hoyt, it was published in 2020. The Kindle version is $7.99, which I think is pretty common pricing for historical romance ebooks. And I usually buy historical romance ebooks starting at $3.99 and lower. I don't really feel like it's rare that I buy an ebook that is higher than $3.99, unless it's like an auto buy author for me, or I have like a gift card or a coupon. And coupon meaning like the Kindle rewards where you get like the $3 off or the $3 credit or whatever. Um, No Ordinary Duchess. Oh, there's the Kindle. Never mind. Okay, let's do something else. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Let's take a look at that. Okay, Part of Your World. The paperback is $9.69. The Kindle version, get this, is $11.99. What? What? Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, let's see. Let's look at Sarah J. Maas. That's a different publisher. So the latest book for her, so the hardcover is 22.38 on Amazon and the Kindle is 9.18. So that's a little bit better priced, but I still feel like 9.18, one is a strange number. Two, I feel like it's still overly priced. However, it is a 951 page book. So, like, that one I can see being, like, up to, like, $5.99, right? Yeah, I think $3.99 is my limit, maybe $4.99. Yeah, I 3.99 and $4.99 I think are, like, my limits for, like, normal paged books, like, up to, like, 400 pages. And then maybe if it's a higher page count, I might go up to $5.99, but even that is really, 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 really tough for me to swallow. Like, I feel like the digital copies should not be as expensive as the physical copies. Because we all know I'm probably buying the physical copies. Look at my bookshelves. There should be some sort of discount for the ebooks. Okay. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for being here. Ruth Ware's In a Dark, Dark Wood is $9.82 for the paperback and $12.99 for the ebook. Like, it makes no sense for the ebook to be more than the paperback. It is more expensive for paper than a non-physical item. It makes no sense to me. So, when it comes to traditionally published books, I tend to only buy them when they are on like the $1.99, $2.99 sales. Like Amazon will have monthly sales and daily deals and whatnot. So, if it's not on those lists, I don't tend to buy them for traditionally published authors, unfortunately. But I'm sorry, $12.99 for an ebook is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's so weird that ebook is more it makes no sense. It's stupid. Okay, TED Talk rant is over. Sorry. On that note, I'm gonna go figure out what to read, go lay down, and maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, I will be in the Discord. I know I've been a little quiet this past weekend. I was just busy, and today was a day of just rejuvenizing myself. But thank you for sprinting with me. Even though I didn't get too much writing done, I did get some stuff done. So I feel a little bit productive. But yeah, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for joining, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.